See shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, looking your eyes. I come you down, let it shine. I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? Tell me now, where did you go?
Hello, air signs. Welcome to your weekly reading that I'm doing because I was going to do it for the new moon and then I was too tired and I only did it for earth signs and I didn't want you guys to feel left out. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to cover the 6th through the 13th. So Thursday to Thursday, just because I'm a little behind from, because the one for earth signs started on the 3rd. Right? So we're going to do this from the 6th into the 13th. So I'm going to get an overall energy from my chakra oracle deck for all of the air signs. We're going to start with Gemini, then we're going to go into Libra, and then we're going to lastly do Aquarius. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. Interesting. Facade. That is your solar plexus chakra. And let's see, the facade card says, personal comfort comes with this metallic energy and a deep need to discover your true self. Earthly values and care for others are also represented. Being cut off from feelings may be a challenge. Recover who you are and rethink your journey. So overall, for all air signs, this week, the theme of this week is going to be recovering a lost facet of yourself. And that can go back as far as last week or, 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But it's more or less, I feel like the challenges that you guys are going to face this week or the things that are going to be coming up for you guys this week is going to be reminding you of a facet of yourself that may need to be reborn. Ooh. And then your overall energy that's clarifying this facade card for Geminis is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it's something that you're letting go and something that you guys are releasing this week or someone you guys are releasing. And we could even look at this as something that you guys have recently released, right? That's really how I'm feeling it. It's like last week, or it could have just been for the new moon, you guys released something that was holding you back or something that was a huge part of your journey or who you are or how you saw yourself at one particular point in time. And this week is more or less kind of bouncing back from that release and recapturing a facet of yourself that may have been lost prior to this experience or during this experience, right? So it's more or less a little bit of self-discovery going on. The first card that we have is the 8 of Wands. So, oh, never mind. We have the Ace of Swords. That's interesting. So it's communication that's coming in or you guys communicating with someone, but it's going to be, truthful and honest communication. Interesting. Truthful and, okay. Then we have the King of Cups. Okay, this is going so quickly. All right, so I feel like this might be somebody from your past. Oh, man. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Next card that fell out. Oh, man. This just got juicy. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wait. I'm sorry, Gemini. This just took a whole turn. All right. What I'm feeling right now is going on right now. I feel like you guys were holding on to something, right? So this is not to say that this facet of yourself being lost, because I still feel like that's very relevant. But how this is coming out with these other cards is more or less you guys having had an idealization about something or someone or a dream that you were holding on to. And I feel like holding on to this dream was holding you back. But I feel like now that you guys release this, and again, you might have released it with the full moon. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I have a text that came in. But you guys may have well have released it with the full moon. But the crazy thing is this week communication is coming in from a King of Cups person. So this could either be a water sign, which is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or it could just be a person who, you know, typically is rather stoic. You can sense the well of emotion underneath them, but they would never allude to it in an external sense. But I feel like the communication that's coming in, and this can happen one or two ways. Either it's going to be communication coming in telling the truth about this person, and the truth that's coming in is kind of going to reveal something in reference to this person, or it could be this person themselves communicating something to you that you guys may not have known about, right? Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. We got the moon in reverse. We have, the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Dog. Okay. This is exactly what I was feeling. What this is looking like, Gemini, that's going to happen this week, to be quite honest, something that you gave up hope in and you let go of, right? So it's more or less you guys were in the mindset of like moving forward, letting it go, like I'm good. And this is going to pan out one of two ways. Either you're going to have released this situation and move forward. Now, mind you, when we say that, that's the intention. But I mean, when you make the decision to let something go and move forward, it's never usually like a snap finger type of thing. Like, bam, I'm over it. Boop, let it go. Done deal. Oh, I'm over it, right? You're still kind of in that tender spot where that's your intention and you're moving in the direction of it, but you're not fully there yet. It's like it's a process that you're working out. And I'm giving this as like a heads up because, like I said, it's one or two ways that this is going to pan out, right? This is either going to be communication coming to you about this person that you decided to let go of, right? And it's going to be a revelation of something they did that you didn't know about. So the truth is going to be coming out about something they did that you don't know about, right? Now, at the first thought, it would be like, why the hell would I care? Right? That's the thought. But the thing that I'm seeing here with that scenario is you have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's pretty much giving you a new beginning. So in other words, for the person who would resonate with this, you made a decision to let this go. And it's like you got confirmation that you were right to let this go after you let go, right? So I feel like with the Nine of Swords, it's going to sting a little bit for some people. Like it would make you feel some type of way. So like the scenario that's coming to my mind right now, and I'm not saying that this is literally happening, just to kind of illustrate what I'm saying, would be a person that you decided to let go and move on from. And it's like someone telling you that while you were dating this person, they were dating someone else and now they're getting married. Like it would be something like that. So it more or less gives you your token to get, to move forward. So it's like, if there was ever any question if this was a done deal, is a done deal now? Oh, okay. Or if you found out someone had a kid or something, I don't know. But it would be pretty much your ticket out of the situation to where you wouldn't want to look back. But I feel like it's going to cause a little bit of mental anguish just in the sense that, you know, with this being someone that you cared about at one point in time, it, you know, it would hurt, even though you knew that this really wasn't what was best for you. But I feel like finding this out, you know, it's going to have you feeling some type of way, right? Now, for the other group of people, I feel like this is someone that you may have decided to move on from and finally got the courage to release. And as fate would have it, as soon as you decide to let the person go, they are going to be the ones that contact you, that speak truth to you that they never spoke before. And it's some things that they're going to be revealing about themselves. So telling you, it's them exposing themselves and telling the truth about what it is that you never knew. And then they're going to make you an offer, and then that's going to stress you the hell out because you made the choice to move forward. So now it may be being stressed in the sense of like, do I give this another person a chance? Like, I finally get the courage to walk away and then you freaking come back. Are you serious right now? Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. So that's what I have for Geminis. That's interesting nonetheless. I suppose that would make me feel some type of way too, Gemini. And I'm a Gemini rising in a Venus. So I know I would feel some type of way too, you know? It's like, what you want me to do with that, you know? You done finally got the gumption to move forward. But I'm going to go ahead and look at that in the extended 2. And I'm going to look at it 2 different ways. I'm going to look at, for the person who gets the confirmation that you did the right thing by moving forward, I'm gonna look at some energies for y'all in reference to, you know, what would be good to focus on, like moving forward, or any additional guidance that I can give you guys. And then for those of you who have the person who's coming back, I'm gonna look at the inner workings of them. So the typical spread that I do over there in the Lurkers Lounge, I'm gonna look at like where their head is at and what their intentions are with you and whatnot moving forward. So on to my Libras. We're at 11:39 for Libra. Trying to do some timestamps for y'all. All right. What does Libra need to know for the 6th through the 13th? 6th through the 13th for Libra. Oh, okay. All right. Overall energy. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I want to clarify that in reference to the facade card. The first thing that I really feel is it's a need to move forward in a direction that's more serving your passion or your highest good, but I feel like there's a reluctance to do that. But I'm gonna pull up, whoa, okay. Or I'm gonna pull 2 cards. And okay, we have the Fool and we have Judgment in reverse. So to me, what this is looking like, it's a fear in reference to a new beginning, or second guessing your ability, right? Oh, snap. Wow, we have the 5 of Wands and we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's interesting. First and foremost, and I'm hearing this 2 different ways too. One thing is, it's not moving, okay, it's not moving forward in reference to a new beginning. It's like more or less a need to start a new chapter in your life. And it's a requirement to leave some things behind, right? And to take some things with. In some instances, it may require you to leave everything behind in order to move forward. But it's almost feeling as if it's like one facet of this is I'm afraid to move forward, or I'm questioning my ability, or I'm wondering if I can actually handle this, right? Another side of it is feeling like it's unfair that I have to do this. Because if you think about the Fool energy, this is like literally going forward where, how could I say it? It's almost like getting promoted to a new position and not having any training and them wanting you to like start that day on some stuff. And feeling like that's unfair, right? Because you don't really feel prepared, or you don't feel you have the qualifications, or you don't feel ready, or you feel that you're missing something, right? So with the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, what that's saying to me is that you don't, it's like it's causing a conflict within you. I don't necessarily feel like it's outside. I'm gonna get to that in a second because I do kind of feel that vibe too. But it's like it's feeling conflicted within because you don't really feel, you don't feel prepared, or you don't feel qualified for what it is you guys are supposed to be stepping into. So it's almost feeling like being thrust into the position you guys are in this week. It's feeling like you got caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But the vibe that I get is kind of like you're underestimating your ability. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, oh good Lord, I feel like the conflict is really coming in self-doubt. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's not, this to me is like the baby energy of the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's like with the Page of Wands, this is somebody who's going in the direction of where their spirit is leading them, or where their heart's desires lie. And all of that is kind of being snuffed out because it's like I'm being put at a disadvantage almost. You know what I'm saying? Or if you did get a job or got promoted or something, it's like feeling that they made a bad judgment call by giving you this opportunity because you don't feel, it's, you know what, this kind of, it sounds like imposter syndrome. That's the best way that I could put it. It's like, I'm not seeing that you guys aren't qualified, but I'm sensing how strong this feels. Like it's like a great reluctance, like you guys really screwed up here, like, or, and I'm not saying that you literally did this, but just to give you like a contrast, like it kind of feels like if a person lied on their resume, and I'm not saying that you did that, but it's like if a person lied on their resume to get a job and you actually got it, and now it's like, oh crap, I have to perform. It's that feeling, but you didn't lie on the resume, if that makes sense. You have all of the qualifications, but it's like since the door opened, now it's like you're, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense, y'all. But it's not that this is just job related. I mean, it could be with anything. It could literally be with a commitment as well. You know, it could be wanting to be in a relationship. Oh, good Lord. Hold on. We got the 3 of Cups. Well, that's good. That fell all the way on the floor. But it's like the same thing with wanting to be in a relationship. It's like, you know, saying you want to be in a relationship and then you meet someone. Well, not even saying meeting someone. Well, I guess you would say meeting someone. Like you have an opportunity now to commit, but now it's like, whoa, I don't know. Because the sacrifice that you would have to give up with this, what you would have to leave behind is being single. Right? So it's like, yeah, I like this person and I want this, but now it's like you're all, you know, discombobulated now because you're questioning both, do I want this? Do I not want this? Am I willing to put the work in? Like, am I really ready to be a partner? Am I really ready to give up my single life? You know what I mean? And then for some of you, it may be a conflict between 2 different people. Like you may be trying to choose between, whoa, 2 different people. Well, that popped right out. We got the Devil in reverse. So you're free. You're free to make any decision that you choose. You're not bound, babe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all of this is in your head. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, man. I think a lot of this is in you guys' heads, whether this is job related or this is relationship related. But it's like with this Knight of Swords, I want to clarify it because it kind of feels to me like like a sabotory kind of energy. Because it's almost like one of those situations, and I mean sabotory in the sense of like self-sabotage. Because it feels to me like one of those situations where I feel pressured either between, you know, questioning my, like this opportunity and questioning my ability between two different people, between committing to a relationship or staying single. And now I'm seeing Libra, the scales and the decision making. Of course. Right. Make a decision, Libra. Call all your friends. Get a consensus, you know? Do like a Survey Monkey thing and have everybody chime in on what they think you should do, you know? That's how I help my brother out, you know what I'm saying? Decisions are hard to make. He's a Libra, by the way. But anywho. But yeah, man, that's what it feels like. I want to clarify this Knight of Swords because the first, let me use another deck. The first inclination that I get is it being like a self-sabotory energy in the sense of trying to break the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the anxiousness. So it's more or less being reactionary. It's like being torn between these two things and not looking at the Fool as like, you know, I trust spirit and I'm leaping into the future, but more or less to break this chaos of stress that I'm feeling, I'm just going to close my eyes and just jump. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're just going to jump into something or just make a snap decision without thinking it through, just to remove the pressure of needing to make this decision off of you, if that makes sense. That's the first inclination that I get, but I want to clarify it just to be sure. You want to look before you leap, Libra, just saying. How many cards is that? Oh, yeah. Ooh, man. Yes. Okay. We have the Three of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Looking at this, I want to look at this as you guys. Being a Libra female, if this is a Libra female, the whole thing is that it's as simple as needing to make a decision and making plans to move forward. And I know that that's not the easiest thing in the world, but the main thing that I'm feeling about this is, this to me says usually how I move forward without thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the moment, you know? Because the Knight of Swords is a really swift moving energy. So it's almost like, how do I want to say this? It's a swift moving energy, but the thing that I want to tell you guys to be cognizant about with this is I feel somewhere towards going into the middle of the week, I feel like this energy is going to dissipate and you're going to start feeling really positive about something and feeling free to move forward. The only thing that I'm saying is don't not look before you leap. Like, don't get caught up in emotion. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, to set yourself free from the mental prison, you know what I'm saying? Or desiring to be free from this mental prison to make a snap decision that you may regret. So the thing that is being told to me here with this Three of Wands and the Queen of Wands is to think back to past experiences when you've been in situations such as this. So kind of like these examples that I'm bringing up, it's like, think about, I don't know, the last year, 2 years, when you've been in a position where you have been torn between two things, or when you've doubted yourself, right? So if we started with the idea of doubting yourself, how many times have you doubted yourself going into something and then inadvertently ended up proving yourself wrong? Like showing yourself that you really could handle it, right? For others of you, if it's in reference to a relationship, right? If it's a person that you know you have a connection to, a person that you want to be with, right? It's like, find out what the root of those insecurities are, because it's like, how I'm kind of feeling it is like, this is something that you wanted until you had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole idea of being with this person was super dope until they started talking about commitment. And now since they're talking about it, it's like, whoa, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less going deeper to find the root of that. You know what I mean? Do you really not want to be in a relationship? Or is it similar to like that job situation where it's kind of like imposter syndrome, where it's like you're afraid that if you get into this commitment that you won't be able to, like, you know, fulfill your role, or, and I hate to say it like that, fulfill your role. Not saying that you're like going to be in servitude, but saying it in a sense of like, if you're afraid, if you have like, I don't know, a history of cheating, if you're afraid that you're going to cheat, or if you're afraid that the person may really get to know you and not like you, it's like whatever it is that's coming up, I feel like that's what it is that has to be faced in so many words this week, or stepping in the direction of that. And then if you're choosing between two people, you know what I'm saying? It's using that same mind frame of weighing what's more in alignment with your truth. Because I feel like if you guys are like considering, and I hate to say it like this, but if you guys are considering leaving one partnership for another one, you know what I'm saying? And the vibe that I get with that is like both of the people that you guys are trying to choose between, they're very similar, if that makes sense. And I don't really know what that means per se. I don't know if they're like the same zodiac sign, or if they look alike, or have the same job or something. I don't know. They might have the same kind of job. I don't know. And be at different levels. I have no idea. But, and then I see Aries and Capricorn. But aside from that, yeah, that's weird. If you're trying to choose between two different people, you have to really think about which one of these people are in alignment with what it is that you're looking for, you know? Because I keep feeling this heavy theme of like you guys are starting anew, like starting fresh, or this is like a new chapter or something of the sort. And it's like, I feel in the past, you guys have not done, it's like either being stuck or having not planned things out. And now it's like you have an opportunity to move forward. And all in all, what this would be saying to me is not to make the same mistake that you guys have made in the past. So I don't keep rambling. This is more or less saying to me that you guys have an opportunity to turn a new page, and to turn a new page, not just in how it is, like in where it is that you're moving forward, but how it is that you're moving forward, and making sure that you're not making the same mistakes that you made in the past that you know have not served your highest good, if that makes sense. So all in all, for this particular week, that's what it is that you guys are going to be focused on. And it's really funny because at the bottom of the deck was the Hierophant. So what I would say with this Libra is commit, okay? Whether it's a job, whether it's a person, I feel the energy to me is having 1 foot in and 1 foot out of a situation. And do I want to do that? I'm trying to think. Maybe I should help y'all out in the extended. If y'all are trying to choose between two different people, maybe I should look at the two different people y'all is trying to choose between from. I feel like I'm condoning bad behavior. I don't think you should be dating two people at the same time. I'm just saying. It's not my business though. But I feel like all in all, it's turning over a new leaf, because I feel like whether this is related to love or career, the energy that I feel, and I just have to say, if you're a cross watcher, since I'm not specifically pulling for cross watchers, I could be talking to you or about you, either way. But what I really feel for Libras is it's a non-committal energy. And not just in relationships, it's a sense of being non-committal where you have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So you're not fully 110% invested And that's where I feel like where the insecurity is coming from. It's not really coming from a place of you not being good enough. It's just the fact that it's not wanting to feel trapped and wanting to keep your options open. But I feel overall that hasn't necessarily been serving your highest good up to this point. So it's kind of like not starting this new thing with that same approach, because it hasn't been serving you, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, Libra. This is better than what y'all had for for the mid-months, right? They ain't got no CSI stuff going on. You know, got no dead bodies. Nobody getting accused of nothing that they didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out there. All right. So now we're moving on to Aquarius. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius for the week. Aquarius. Oh, wait, what time is it? Dang, Libra, y'all reading was buku long. They're going to be thinking I favor y'all. All right, for Aquarius, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's interesting. So you guys are coming out of, I don't know why I want to say it like this, coming out of financial squalor or feeling emotionally bankrupt, you know, or energetically bankrupt. So it's more or less you guys making the decision to take your power back is what I really feel for Aquarius. I feel like at one point in time, it's more or less like coming into the realization how you disempowered yourself. And once you came in, and I'm saying disempowered yourself in the sense of it could be something super huge or something super small, but disempowered yourself. I'm feeling it more in the energetic sense. You know what I'm saying? Or even with your spending habits. You know what I mean? It's like coming to the realization that why you don't ever have no money is because you was the reason why you ain't had no money, because you was spending too much. You know what I'm saying? You had all them subscriptions and things of the sort, and it was just taking money out your account, and you didn't realize how much it was adding up to, something like that. But whatever the case is you guys taking the initiative to more or less marry something within the self that was once broken, or something in your life that was broken. So the first card that came out for you guys is the Star in reverse. So in your recent past, it's like you guys felt hopeless. That's understandable. I feel like feeling hopeless and that going hand in hand with this 5 of Pentacles being in the upright is more or less the past energy. Because of things, you guys losing something or things not working out, or it could have just been a person. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Death reverse. But you're still holding on to that. So this is what it's looking like. This is very similar to the energy that I felt for Gemini. It's more, but y'all are kind of not letting go, if that makes sense. So it's knowing that I need to move forward, and you guys, you know, kind of picking yourself up by the bootstraps and making the decision to move forward, right? But I feel like in reference to an earth sign female, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or it could be a Scorpio or another Aquarius, it's possible. It's losing hope with this person, but still not releasing the situation, if that makes sense. So I feel like in more of an emotional sense, you guys are still grieving. And I more or less feel it like there was, like, I don't know, something big happened. Like there was some big breakdown between you guys. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an earth sign female. I mean, let me just clarify it first. It doesn't necessarily have to be an earth sign female. But, I mean, if I were to go into characteristics, they're not the best ones in America. We have the 8 of Swords. Well, that kind of makes sense. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. this feels like being ghosted to me. That's what that looks like. It's more or less like having faith in a situation. But I mean, it's having faith in a situation that really wasn't that healthy for you to begin with, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female, but I feel like this week, you guys are dealing with the fact that you either can't have communication with this person, or this person isn't communicating with you. You know what I'm saying? But I feel it's almost like something happened. Like having faith in a situation, something happened where you lost faith. You were stuck and you didn't know how to move forward. And it's like you still don't really know. It's like unfinished business is the best way that I could put it. Because it's like you can't talk to the person to get the clarity that you're seeking. So it's like you're kind of stuck in limbo. Like your desire is to move on. So I feel like that's what you guys are fighting over all this week. It's like, you know, and it may very well just be the sense of desiring closure in a situation, but coming to the place where it's like, I'm not going to get it, so I have to give it to myself, because it's more or less feeling like you guys are waiting. And at least this week, I don't really see this person. Like if you're waiting for the person, and we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. If you guys were waiting for this person to give you some sense of closure, I don't feel like they're going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is that happened, I don't know, it feels kind of shocking, but it seems to me like how I would really want to say it. And this would make this super duper quick. I'm not even going to lie to you if I say it like this. Whatever it is that blew up or fell apart or didn't work out or shocked you to death, if that makes sense, there was a lesson that was supposed to be learned from that. And I don't feel like you guys learned the lesson per se. But the whole thing with this is, by the end of the week, you will learn the lesson, because with the 5 of Cups in reverse, because if I look at the Death card in the reverse, like this is being stuck, it's stagnation, but it's also depression. But by the end of the week, you have the 5 of Cups in reverse, meaning you guys are coming out of that. Overall energy, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like any sense of stagnation or feeling feeling destitute, that's ending by the 13th, right? That's an energy you guys are moving forward from. And I feel like the overall lesson in all of this was that closure, and I said this in the questions I was answering on Instagram, closure starts and begins with you. It's like the biggest illusion about healing is thinking that the other person offers us closure. Because even if the other person told us what it is that we wanted to hear, it still would never really be enough, right? It would be like, I just want you to tell me why you did it. And then the person tells you why. And it's like, well, why did you think that was a good idea? Did you not think that that would hurt me? And if the person's like, yeah, I thought about it. Well, how could you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would never really end. No answer would ever really be the right answer. But it's like, I feel like inadvertently when you guys realize it's not like this person isn't going to give you what it is that you're looking for, is you guys taking your power back, like I said in the beginning, by you guys picking yourself up from the bootstraps and moving forward with or without this person, right? And that's where the overall energy for all air signs comes in with the facade card, because it's more or less like a reunification with your inner child. It's more or less, you know, you don't need permission from another person to move on. You give yourself the position. I can't talk, y'all. You give yourself the permission to move on. So you don't have to stay stuck or stagnant in a situation or bound in a prison of your or another person's making. You can give yourself the closure that you seek, in other words. But in you guys extended, I will look more into the Queen of Pentacles person, whether that's a dude or that's a chick. just because y'all energy kind of reminded me of Gemini, it's like it's making me wonder. But that's interesting. Aquarius, y'all better not be talking to Geminis. Let me just say that. Because I just looked at these cards again and I'm like, let me find out that y'all dating Gemini. Anyway, I'm going over to the Lurker's Lounge. If you guys want to follow me over there, please do. If not, I love your freaking face. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you dig this and what's not or whatever. But until the next time, my love, I will see you soon and later. Deuces.
Energy, about to get in and fuck up the industry.